we're talking about that little Venn diagram. On the left-hand side, you'll see our traditional AI evaluation metrics. That's the token count, the latency, the standard metrics that we see there. And on the right-hand side, we'll be talking about this new category of agentic experience metrics. Now, in reality, what's happening is you actually want some kind of combination of both. We do actually still need latency because that agentic answer is probably going to be great. But if it takes 27 minutes for you to get an answer of even just, I would need to talk to a representative, that's not a successful experience either. Now, we can think of this in terms of classics like accuracy, token usage. And yes, those are pretty easy to compute, but those agentic systems, how do we measure that? How do we measure understanding when it comes to an AI agent? How do we understand if it makes a smart decision upon the way? How do we understand if it was efficient in the resources that it used? Now, these are all very different. And these are all very different ways of thinking about it. But the important thing is we need to find out the different parts of it. So let's look at agentic experience metrics now. So when we're talking about agent experiences, we often think about the new ways of kind of approaching it. Goal fulfillment, did it achieve the objective? Did your customer success bot actually drive true understanding, or did it drive someone away and it drove them to their competitor? Intent alignment, did it understand the request? Efficiency, and this is one that I think I love actually even for the building process of agents. Did it overuse the tools or functions unnecessary? Like, how is it calling those tools? Is it getting stuck in a loop? Step validity, were the steps logical? You can run agents, so you can, if you're running a multi-agent type workflow, you can run agents in parallel, so they're running at the same time, or you can do A, then B, then C, then D. Are they running in that nice order, or are they kind of mixing and matching? And finally, can we follow and trust the agent's reasoning? Now, we're starting to see more folks kind of talk about this agents. We're getting into this world and building it. And a lot of these tools that we're seeing out there, they're evaluating agents, but they're evaluating it from just an input and an output. Personally, I find that that's helpful, but again, sometimes it's really helpful to understand, for lack of a better term, how the sausage is made, if we're keeping our cooking analogy. We want to understand where something is going wrong so we can even build better and more efficient. Now, like we showed in this slide here, there's always going to be kind of a combination of what is the most important tool out there, or the most important thing as far as agent evaluations goes. What you're actually going to need is probably some balance as well. Now, we can think about this and picking and choosing what matters most to us based on what our different expectations are or our goals for our agents are. Again, in the case of my silly comedy one, I want them to roast folks. I want to be silly. I want it to be funny. So if I put in a standard evaluation metric of, say, safety, performing too well on safety might be not as funny as we think. However, the goal achievement, did it achieve the objective? Did it cause a laugh? That's a little more subjective. I'm going to have some human in the loop there, or set up some kind of custom metric that will help me understand that, rather than just that yes, no. If I were to word this differently, we could say our AI agent probably needs more than just a good feeling and a function call.